I know what you're thinking. There's no such thing as a greatest comeback. Comebacks are just luck. But I'm here to tell you that's not true. Comebacks are not luck. They're the result of hard work, dedication, and something that you really hate. I'm going to share with you the real, unbiased solutions to making the greatest comeback of your life. They're going to take a lot of work, but they are guaranteed to work if you're willing to put in the effort. A comeback will always begin with change. If you want a comeback, you're going to have to change. Unless you change what you presently are doing or not doing, things are going to remain the same. There will be no comeback. You must be willing to do things differently from what you've done up to this point. First things first, get this in your mind. If you want to change your looks, personality, or behavior, you have to get rid of and you know it's the biggest enemy of all, how it damages your brain and brainwashes you, and you wonder why you're in depression. There are various common mistakes people make when trying to make a comeback in life. Not facing realities, refusing to change your mind, living in the shadow of failure, being down on yourself, and sticking with a terrible job. If you don't know where to start, question yourself and define the root cause of your problem. Say you have a lot of weed growing in your lawn. If you remove the weed using a lawnmower, will that solve the problem? Temporarily. Visually, the garden looks good. However, you probably know that this is only at the surface level. After a short period of time, the weed will grow back. So how do you fix this long term? If you replied by removing the weed from the root, so you are totally right. This will sound boring, but grab a pen and paper, or whatever you're comfortable with, and write down all your realistic goals that want to achieve, let's say in a month, 6 months, a year, or 10 years. Determine what you need to do to achieve them. This will create a purpose in your life and will create a desire within you to achieve it. And of course, you don't start suddenly out of the blue, because that will create a drastic change in your life, and you honestly won't be able to handle it and you will be back on your own bad habits. Instead, start with a slow pace and create a plan or blueprint on how you will achieve your dreams or goals. The same principle applies to our life. For everything we face today, there is a root cause behind it. Understanding the root cause is central towards resolving our issues. Once the root has been removed, the effects will be addressed accordingly. Here's a statistic that may surprise you. 92% of people fail to achieve their goals. Despite the popular belief that goals are vital to success, most people rarely make it across the finish line. There could be many reasons for this. If you regularly set targets but rarely hit them, you may not have leveraged the correct intrinsic or extrinsic motivators. You may also have an underlying fear of failure or success that's holding you back, but most likely it's because you don't take action on your plan. And that's the most important thing of all. If you lose track of your greatest comeback of all-time journey, reward yourself for staying motivated on your journey and accept that motivation is just temporary. The main thing you want to develop is discipline. Discipline will only take you through your toughest times. Can we avoid setbacks? Whether it's professional or personal setbacks, it can often have a strong impact on us if we don't prepare for them. The current pandemic has not made things easier, and it may seem that setbacks just keep coming. Don't worry, you're not the only one feeling this way. Setbacks can happen to everyone, even to the most successful people. Here are some examples of people who have made incredible comebacks. George Foreman. The legendary boxer retired in 1977 and returned to the ring after 10 years. He continued to fight for another decade. Robert Downey Jr. The actor had a successful career in Hollywood in the 1990s, but his drug addiction almost ruined his career. Drew Barrymore. The actress went to rehab at age 13 and became a star in iconic shows and movies like Charlie's Angels and Scream. Shanu Begum. The survivor of domestic abuse became the first female Uber driver in India. Oksana Bale, the Olympic gold medalist in figure skating, won the medal in 1994 after sleeping alone in an ice rink as an impoverished orphan. She later went through rehab for alcohol abuse. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall.